couldn't look away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect. Before you play, better button check. Button check.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a beautiful morning here at Button Check. Hope you guys are well rested and recovered from all them shots fired the other day, because this one is just as hot. Okay, for some week, this has been the week. It's been hot. People have been jumping, calling each other out, throwing shade, community versus other communities. I don't know. And this story right here is no different. It's actually been unraveling for the last few days, and then just last night it climaxed. So let's all climax together. Maybe we save that last part for Tuesday. Anyway, let's all get this together. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Okay, so this one right here, there's a lot of moving pieces. I'll do my best to get every angle, but I'll definitely get you the meat, the plot of the story. Okay, so this story right here involves Mortal Kombat 11 itself. And as you know, the damn game hasn't even came out yet. Now, with that being said, the Godlike Invitational, better known as the Summit of Time, is getting ready to hold their event, of course, based around Mortal Kombat 11, and starting to invite some of the top NRS players around. And that's where it all starts, because you can be voted in, but primarily it is invitation only. So a lot of people are looking at this list of invites and they're pissed, because they're like, yo, these are not our top players. They're just like well-known people or celebrities. They don't deserve to be there. Whoa, let's pump these brakes right quick. Let's pump them. Isn't this list not even supposed to be out right now? Wasn't it leaked? Don't you see the hashtag going around that says, who broke the NDA, the non-disclosure agreement? Meaning nobody was even supposed to know about this list or the draft of this list or anything. Somebody actually took the list, whether it be one of the invitationals or somebody just in the community. They started spreading it around and all this shit started. And the main player in the center of all this goes by the name of Tweedy, or Tommy Tweedy, who is an NRS player and Twitch partner. So now what happens is this young man, Tweedy, takes this information posted on this forbidden list, pretty much uses it to blast around social media, also blast other communities and other individuals that could possibly be listed on this invitational, and starts pretty much bucking shots out willy-nilly. So once again, there's a lot of different moving pieces or angles to this, but we'll start right here with Alex Valle when he notices one of these tweets from Tweedy and responds. And Alex Valle says, not every event caters to hardcore pros. The trend for exhibition these days has talent/influencer spots to drive more visibility. If you want to be secure in your spot in future exhibitions, you may want to step up your brand. And then Tweedy responds saying, look guy, I get that you think our game is just about watching fatalities, but it isn't all about me. Our current Evolution champion is not invited, and Chris G, who hasn't made it out of pools in years in NRS, is? You don't see the problem? And then Tweedy adds to that saying, what can you even do in NRS more to have a brand than Honeybee, and he's not invited either. There's a difference between a brand needing to be built and them just being plain ignorant about our scene. And then Valle responds saying, actually, I prefer you guys stop pressing pause before the match ends to restart. Could care less about showing fatalities since they get old. As for Chris G being invited over Evo Champ, that's a summit call. You should direct your concern to them. And then Tweedy says, you're the one who blew me up, moron. I'm not directing anything towards you, just responding. On his side, I'm pretty sure he saw it like he was just trying to defend his community, but to everybody else, including members of his community, saw it like, yo, calm down. Why are you attacking everybody else? So he pretty much kept up with this. It kept escalating. He kept firing shots at Chris G and everybody else on this magical list. And at the end of the day, he lost his sponsor. He follows it up right here with this tweet that says, not gonna lie, losing my sponsor right before MK11 is tough. Probably gonna have to cut out the New York trip, CEO, and any of my own summit votes. It's definitely a setback, but no one will stop me. Just one more month until the beta. The question of the hashtag still remains, who broke the NDA? Even Tweedy posted about it, meaning the non-disclosure agreement. Who took this list and leaked it to everybody for basically all this shit to pop off in the first place? And just when you think it's over, it takes another turn, because at this point, Chris G feels insulted. He feels like, you know what? You guys threw way too much shade at me with all this bullshit, so I'm gonna stream and just let it all out.
So I was going, I'm not going, right? The summit deserves to be drama-free, as they have done an amazing job over the years. In the Dragon Ball Z Summit, they treated me with the utmost amount of respect and kindness, right? So I have absolutely nothing bad to say about the summit, right? They want to do their thing, and I'm pretty sure if you've known, there's been a lot of drama involving me and a few others and the NRS community, right? And it all ties in to the summit, right? So I talked to a few people, they hit me up, I got a few phone calls, blah, 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 and it's best I don't go.
So as you can imagine, there was a lot of people in this stream. I watched it, some of you probably watched it, but the main message here was Chris was pretty much insulted. He was just like, yo, how could you guys look at me and say I'm not an NRS player? I've been down with Mortal Kombat Injustice since day one. I've been competing more than a lot of you have even been knowing about the game or even been in the FGC, which a lot of people, even SonicFox, agreed with. They're like, you know what, you got a point.
The second part of this announcement is that I will not be playing MK11 or any NRS game for the foreseeable future. I think the community is pretty cancerous, and as you can see, the past 1 week, mind you, it's only been a week, it's been extremely cancerous.
But the part I think with the majority of people could not get on board with when he called out the whole NRS community because of this one isolated incident.
If a community is small and a lot of people are talking crap, spreading hate, and have backing for that crap talk.
As you can see here, Chris G's point was like, yo, NRS community is small, it's tiny. So if I had this much heat, this many people coming after me, it had to have represented the whole community. But the part he didn't agree with is when he felt that Chris G attacked the whole NRS community instead of just these guys. He was like, yo, Chris, it's not us, it's just an isolated incident with these damn trolls. And right here, Sonic actually goes on to talk about this NRS Illuminati club that he's a part of. Apparently it's like top players in the community that are in like this private group together where they like discuss things.
But I'm literally in a fucking NRS like Illuminati chat with like almost all the top players in it, right? Or at least the relevant players. Essentially, we were all saying when the list first initially got leaked that the list made sense. For sure, people had their gripes in this chat room, but we weren't saying that like, oh no, Christy shouldn't go, no. We were all like, alright, it makes sense for Christy to go. My fucking opinion, it makes incredible sense for Christy to go. Literally, MK9 was like, what, his first competitive fighting game ever, and he was good at it?
Is it just me, or do you feel like you instantly want to know more about that shit? You know what I'm saying? That NRS Illuminati. Shit sounds mysterious as hell, right? Anyway, Sonic makes a good point right here as well, saying, if you're going to be a leader in the community, if you're going to be in the limelight like this, you gotta have tougher skin in the end of the day.
But for crying out loud, Chris, have some fucking skin! What the fuck? You're literally getting riled up about people in the NRS community that are just eggs. They literally have eggs in their fucking profile. Why are you reading fucking like tweets about people who still haven't even decided to put up their fucking Twitter profile? You're talking about Bobby Shamo, who only has like 2 followers, and you're like reading his shit on like the Twitter page. Who gives a fuck?
There you have it, everybody. Definitely let me know what you think about this story. I know there's a lot of moving parts, but do you think the NRS community at the end of the day is simply too toxic and they have a bad reputation? Or do you say like SonicFox and Honeybee and everybody else saying, no, this is an isolated incident. They don't represent who we are. At the end of the day, there's so much more love in the NRS community. So Sonic says like, yo, I've gone through it. A lot of people go through it. You're going through it. I get all the bullshit, but you have to be tougher than this. You have to have thicker skin and know that these trolls are trolls and they're just going to stay online. It's what they do. And real talk, I've seen it too. Not that I'm on these guys' level or anything like that, but with the growth of this channel, you know, the growth of anything, you're going to get that hate. But at that point, you got to focus on who you love and who loves you, the purpose and the point that you're doing this in the first place, and know that the pulse, the beat, like the people, the actual presence, the people that show up and do something in the FGC, that's all love. And real quick, if you want to see these full streams like to SonicFox and Chris G, I'll have the links in the description field below. These were like huge streams. They were like almost 2 hours long. So definitely click on those links if you want to see like the full story there. And also real quick, check out the homie Zane Peters. He's been a homie of mine for a couple years now. He does godlike artwork when it comes to like banners and social media. He actually just did my Twitter one. He's doing all my other ones as well. He does them at affordable prices. So if you need anybody to do some godlike artwork for you online, contact the homie Zane. So that's my point of view. Definitely let me know what you think about it. See you bright and early tomorrow morning, y'all. Love you forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
Which nobody can deny, which nobody can deny. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.